gave them multiple shout outs, which I know they don't care for. But at the end of the day, though, I've been happy with Capcom until now. What am I talking about here? So we all know that Street Fighter 6 and TMNT skins are expensive if from what this article has been saying, right? Now, if you all remember, I complained about this skin or costume, aka costume, because I thought that we were going to have additional characters, but we were going to play as the Ninja Turtles. And we showed gameplay footage of the TMNT the tournament for the Super Nintendo. How we said it kind of sort of mimicked Street Fighter 2, and the game was phenomenal, phenomenal game. And with me buying the comic with Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter, for again, it's probably my fault, but I assumed that we were going to play as Ninja Turtles and Street Fighter, which I think it would have been a fantastic collaboration, or just as guest characters. Because over the years, all these guest characters that we've been having, like Kuma and Tekken, or Beast, also in Tekken, we're seeing all these characters like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Rambo, and all these characters that's in either a Mortal Kombat game or an Injustice game, or if they're in a Killer Instinct game. All these guest characters has just been phenomenal, and I was on the assumption that the same thing was going to happen here. But instead, we got costumes. And here's what makes the whole thing even worse. Street Fighter 6 and Ninja Turtles collaboration has sparked some controversy about the price of its DLC costumes. Each of the DLC costume costs $15 separately. So if you want to buy Leonardo, you have to pay $15. If you want to buy Raphael, that's another $15. If you want to buy Michelangelo, that's another $15. And if you want to buy Donatello, that's another $15. Or 750 fighters coins in order to get all 4 costumes for Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello. For $60, players will need 3,000 fighters coins in total. Players can also grind for fighters coins, but it'll take a much longer time to accumulate that many as opposed to straight out buying the console. Now, let me say this real quick. For those of you that care about cosmetics, for those of you that bought costumes and customization your character, or customizing your weapons, whatever, has there ever been a point in time where you had to spend $60 just for the sake of costumes? 60. If I want to get 4 costumes, I have to pay $60. Pretty much a brand new game for cosmetics. Seriously? That's what you're going to offer me. It's bad enough that you are not giving me actual Ninja Turtles so I can play as. What you're giving me is costumes, and I have to pay $60 for it. I'm sorry. For those of you that are going to say that, Steve, you're complaining too much, listen to me. Paying $60 for 4 costumes is unacceptable. It is. It is. Once again, it's bad enough that you don't even get to play as the actual turtles, but for the simple fact that costumes is $15 each, yeah, dude, that's an indie game. You like those are indie titles. Like, look at all the comparisons, and over the years, when you had if you had Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4, a lot of these costumes that you would pay for, they were like $3.99, $4.99, etc. But you have to pay $15. I don't understand why in the world does this cost so much. No, let's continue. You don't have anything to say so far, right? It looks like Hubi's gone. Yeah, it looks like Havino's gone. This whole entire time I'm here talking and Havino is not even here. So whenever he tries to get back, we'll see if he comes back. So we'll see what happens. So let's continue reading. Okay, yeah, let's continue reading. So it says, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, it was acting dumb real quick. If it happens again, then I'm just gonna have to switch routers. But go ahead, continue.
All right. Did you hear? Do you know what the last thing you heard?
Something about you had to spend $60 for this costume.
Okay, okay, all right. So yeah, you pretty much got most of it.
Hmm.
So 3,000 fighters coins in total. Players can also grind for fighters coin. It'll be much longer time to accumulate many and blah 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 blah. Now here it says it also worth noting that these are just costumes, which is very important for everybody to know here. It's just costumes. And this is the other thing that really pissed me off. And here it is right here. This is very important right here. This is very important right here in this paragraph. Not DLC characters or anything like that. Players have pointed out that other games have had TMNT collaborations before at cheaper prices and even more substantial content. For example, Injustice 2 added playable turtles to its roster, and spending only $10 would give you all four Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Additionally, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 gave players all four playable turtles for free. Having did you know? Did you know about this?
No, I didn't know about that. The only thing I know about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 is that it was awful.
It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was awful. It was awful. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, despite the controversy, Street Fighter fans are still excited as the first DLC character, Rashid, was added last month. The second one, Akai or AKI, will come later, this year. Now, all right, all right, all right. I just want to do a real quick visual here. Let me see. Now, as you all could see, you have Ninja Turtles who are playable characters here. And from what I've been told, people were happy, with the characters. People thought that it was a very, good addition to have Ninja Turtles and Justice. And look, even in the comics, because the Ninja Turtles in the comics, they've fought Batman before. Also, there was a collaboration. They even have a Blu-ray movie, based on that too. So here's the thing happening. This is the part that's very confusing. Capcom knows this. There's no way that you could expect me to believe that Capcom was oblivious to this. That they had absolutely no idea that with Tony Hawk, that Injustice, you could use the Ninja Turtles as playable characters, which are cheaper, and yet they still insisted on making each turtle, which is a costume, by the way, $15. $15. How is it as how is that even a good business idea? How? Because you see your competition out there is offering pretty much offering a far better product that's cheaper. It's cheaper. $10 for the characters. But yeah, I have to pay $15 each for costumes. Capcom, what the hell are you? Who? Dude, man, if I truly wish I known who is responsible for that type of decision making. Who's responsible for this? In all seriousness, do you have anything to say so far?
No.
Okay, so obviously, you don't care about the situation. But do you see where how I feel and what a lot of gamers feel like this is pretty much a ripoff?
I mean, they're definitely overpriced. Like the costumes are overpriced, and I seen the stuff that they were doing with it. It ain't nothing special. It's not
What
anything
do you mean?
special. Like as far as the costumes go and all the other stuff, it's not. It ain't nothing special.
Oh, you're saying like there's nothing. worthwhile of having Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costumes in a Street Fighter game, is what you're saying. Are you there?
Nothing special that they're doing. What I think I've seen the costumes and stuff like that they have in the game, and there ain't nothing special. Yeah, I don't think you can know.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you.
you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I seen the costumes in the game. They really aren't anything special.
Yeah, they're not, bro. Dude, I'm sorry, man. Like I'm sorry. Like this is just. It's bad enough that we don't even get to play as the actual turtles, but oh my gosh, man, $15. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. So to finish the rest of the article, um, yeah, to finish the rest of the article, despite the controversy, yeah, I already read that part. In GameSpot Street Fighter Six review, Jason said, "I can't get enough of Street Fighter Six. It's been my last thought when I go to bed and my first thought when I wake up. It's a beautiful, constructed fighting game system, but also offers modes that take the games very seriously and in other cases not seriously at all." I guess that's about it. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. So yeah. So overall, everybody, I just need to know your opinions. For those of you that's in the chat, do you honestly believe that $15 is actually good, a good price for cosmetics? Like, I truly want to know everybody's opinion on here because if I'm going to get, well, Steve, you overreacting, you overreacting, you overreacting, but yet
Um,
we see. Go ahead.
all right, so let me say this. Um, I don't think Capcom is the reason why the prices are so high. I think
Okay.
the reason why the prices are high is because of Nickelodeon.
You think
They own
Nickelodeon is
yeah,
responsible for it?
because they own the licensing rights to the turtles. So whenever you see the turtles in anything, it's Nickelodeon who gets the royalties out of it. Out of it.
Hmm.
So I think I think they're the reason why the prices are so high. Like I said, I seen them and I don't think they're anything worthy of spending money on it. I looked at the cosmetics. I don't think they're worthy of spending money on it. So that's why.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead. You can finish.
So that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy any of the stuff because they're not. It's not worth it. It really isn't.
Yeah,
Because all it is just them. You know, you dressed up as a turtle. You have your mask or whatever, and that's really it. That is basically it.
yeah. I mean, I'm not impressed with it at all. Like I seen, yeah. Dude. I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not happy with it. Now, if you are right that this was not a Capcom decision, that this was only solely on Nickelodeon's part and them alone, then well then yeah, then obviously I'm not gonna. You can't really put the blame
And,
on
and
on
you also have to
Capcom.
think. Yeah, you also have to think about it like this, right? They had the Mutant Mayhem movie just came out. You have the last one in game that is gonna come out relatively soon. Like the turtle property is very popular right now.
Hmm.
It's popular right now. So when you look at the Nickelodeon or even if it is Capcom, yeah, they feel like people are gonna spend that type of money to wear those turtles nostalgia stuff. So
Now,
yeah, I think
that,
yeah. Go ahead.
what I wanted to ask you is though, but don't you think that? But okay, let's just say you 100% correct. This is all Nickelodeon.
Mhm.
Like, but how stupid can you be? Even if you're right with the whole popularity thing and the mutant thing, and with the whole comic stuff and the last one that's going to be coming out, fine, great. They're getting a lot of hype. That's fair. But at the end of the day, though, you have playable Ninja Turtles that only cost $10.
Yeah,
Ten
but they
dollars.
yeah, but like the property currently is a lot harder is hotter than it was when Injustice came out. when Just 2 came out.
You think suddenly you think suddenly now the brand has gone gained more popularity?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely on people's minds more now than it's been over the last couple of years. Cause like I said, you had the Mutant Mayhem game. You know, you have the comic book. You have the game that's gonna be coming out.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, like I think that's part. I think that could be part of it. And
Well, yeah, go ahead.
David partially said it right here. Is all about profit maximization.
Well, yeah,
That's
yeah. You've been seeing it all over the place, especially with the games like Shredder's Revenge and the collection, um, Street Fighter versus Ninja Turtles, like etc. etc. Like you've been seeing Ninja Turtle stuff all over the place, which I understand. Then clearly, what all they're trying to do is trying to gain as much money as possible. But at the end of the day, me as a consumer, I could still say that this is a complete ripoff.
yeah,
If I could go to Injustice right now, Injustice 2, excuse me, and play as actual Ninja Turtle characters, all four of them, and all I have to do is only spend $10. If I want to play Tony Hawk and I want to play as Ninja Turtles, I could get them for free. Well, but you could you don't even have to count that. At the very least, when you see $10 a $10 price tag, and then you see costumes one with a $15 price tag, that's going to turn off a lot of people. I guarantee you, so many people know about the $10 price tag for Injustice 2. And look, I don't care what anybody says. Injustice is a fantastic franchise, and I really hope that they come up, with the third one, or have a Injustice 1, Injustice 2, something like that collection, or whatnot. And playing as the Ninja Turtles, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are happy with that, with a nice price tag, $10. But $15 is unacceptable to me. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care who's in charge. Whoever made that decision are idiots, and I won't be surprised if people don't buy it. And I hope people don't buy it, because you need to send a message that this is just a ridiculous price, $15 for
based
one
on what I've
costume.
seen. Based on what I've seen, people are buying it.
Do you know, like, if it's a lot of people?
I can't give you exact numbers, but the first I remember the first time I hopped on Battle Hub on
I don't
Street
know, right?
Fighter. There are a lot of people wearing Turtles gear.
Well, that's unfortunate. Then nobody's gonna be voting with their wallets. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not buying not one costume. I don't care. I don't. The only way that I will probably buy it is if all four are available for $15. That's it. And even I think that's too much, because there are only four characters. Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4. I remember back in the day, especially Street Fighter 4. Like, you get a ton of different costumes by just paying $4.99, $5.99. $15 for one costume? No, man. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Shame on you, Nickelodeon. Shame. Go ahead with the comments.
All right, so I said, Red Davis, conspiracy agent said Capcom monetization is bad. You should look at how bad it is on Street Fighter Dual mobile game. Yeah, I've heard about that game. I see it advertised all the time on YouTube.
I find
People on this,
and you know what? What I find very strange is that it's exclusively only on mobile.
yeah,
And recent and I found out that Final Fantasy, they're making a Final Fantasy 7, I think, Crisis something, that's also only for mobile. And I'm just like what? Oh man, I'm not interested in either one. But
all right, so people on the Discord complained about it there on our Discord or someone else's Discord.
yeah, which Discord are we talking about? Conspiracy agent. And if you're in another Discord, yeah, I'll definitely be happy to join in. Go ahead.
Brian said that you should be able to play the Turtles. That's weak AF. $15 is 3 times too much unless it gives you extra pay to win abilities.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I agree with that. The official
Oh,
Street Fighter
okay.
Duel. Oh, okay. The official Street Fighter Duel Duel Discord. Okay. There's a Discord, for that. I mean, I forgot who. I don't know if it was you, Conspiracy, or somebody was showing me gameplay on Street Fighter. I forgot who it was. And I said to myself, look, I mean, it looks fine, it looks nice, but dude, I will always prefer the Street Fighter games, whether if it's on handheld or on console. I will always prefer the traditional Street Fighter games. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to make some sort of like an RPG Street Fighter, like I'll be fine with that too, but it has to be on console. It has to be on console. Like clearly, what Capcom and Square Enix, all these other companies are doing, they're just using their brand, their AAA title, just so they can nickel and dime people by putting them on mobile. That's all they're trying to do. And sorry, I'm not supporting that. I'm not.